The number of immigrants without criminal records arrested or deported by federal agents in Michigan and Ohio soared over the past few months as the administration of President Donald Trump toughened immigration enforcement, according to new statistics reviewed by the Free Press. The data confirms what local immigrants and activists say they've been seeing as more immigrants are detained and deported by agents with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement and U.S. Border Patrol, two agencies with the Department of Homeland Security. The Detroit office of the federal agencies defended their enforcement, while immigrants and activists say the uptick has unraveled local communities. From fiscal year 2016 to fiscal year 2017, there was a 117% increase in Michigan and Ohio in the number of deportations of undocumented immigrants with no criminal records, increasing from 725 to 1,575. There was also a 23% increase in deportations of immigrants with criminal records and a 56% increase in deportations overall immigrants, with 3,203 deported in fiscal year 2017, which was October 1st, 2016 through September 30th, 2017. There was a 126 increase in ICE agents arresting immigrants with no criminal records, jumping from 487 in fiscal year 2016 to 1,101 in fiscal year 2017. There was a 32% spike in ICE arrests of immigrants with criminal records. Overall, there was a 52% increase in arrests by ICE of immigrants in Michigan and Ohio, from 2,242 to 3,409. Arrests by the Detroit office of U.S. Border Patrol also jumped over the past year, increasing 49% from 716 arrests in 2016 to 1,070 arrests in 2017. The Detroit office of Border Patrol oversees Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, while the Detroit office of ICE oversees the states of Michigan and Ohio. Border Patrol is the law enforcement arm of the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. President Donald Trump has said repeatedly the U.S. is now targeting immigrants with criminal records, but statistics show that in Michigan and Ohio, a growing percentage of immigrants being deported do not have any criminal records. In 2016, 35% of deportations by ICE in Michigan and Ohio were of non-criminal immigrants. In 2017, it's jumped up to 52% of deportations by ICE were of non-criminal immigrants. This is good for America. I know a lot of liberals and leftists say it's a bad thing, but it's not. It's a really good thing. Deporting immigrants with non-criminal records is a plus for the United States, and it's a plus to the immigrants who do it the right and legal way. As far as I know, Michigan and Ohio don't have that big of a illegal immigration problem in the first place. I know Michigan has a poverty problem, but that could easily be blamed on the Democratic rule that has literally plagued the state of Michigan for decades now. But I think ICE officers should pay more attention to the southern states, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, Wyoming, Louisiana, and other states like that. I think those are the states that suffer the most from illegal immigrants jumping the border than staying in their communities. And I also believe that ICE officers and federal immigration agents should also target Florida as a big win for illegal immigration arrests. Since then, chain migration was a thing. These illegal immigrants who came to America was able to bring an unlimited number of relatives with them. That's why there is a stereotype of like 15 Mexicans living in one house, and that's no joke. Mexican people have no problem bulking up with 10 other people just so they can live in a house. And moreover, it's their own relatives that they are with, and the same relatives that they were brung here by chain migration, and that's where the problem lies. I'm sure that a good 40% of our illegal immigration problem was brought on by having chain migration in place. I'll have to do an entire video dedicated to talking about the evils of chain migration, so look out for that one. Now let's go over some pieces of the article again. From fiscal year 2016 to fiscal year 2017, there was a 117% increase in Michigan and Ohio in the number of deportations of undocumented immigrants with no criminal records, increasing from 725 to 1,575. So from 2016 to 2017, immigration arrests and deportations of undocumented immigrants with no criminal records went up over 117%. And oh yeah, by the way, undocumented people illegal is a new politically correct term for illegal immigrants, because saying illegal immigrants is a racist term only used by meany people like myself. I honestly don't think that the left understands that there are illegal immigrants from Europe and the United States, but I guess since they are such a small minority, the left pays them no mind. Plus, if they are coming from Europe, they are most likely going to be white. And we all know that the left's underlying plan is to slowly kill off white people. And that is also why if conservatives started to call for more refugees from Europe, the left would be heavily against bringing refugees so fast. It would be remarkable. But if we look to Europe, we can see that these people are being beaten down by their own governments. People are literally being arrested for wrongthink. But what's really going to happen there is that the US would have to go back to Europe to save them from themselves once again. The article also goes on to say that there was a 126% increase in ICE arrests of immigrants with no criminal records, jumping from 487 in fiscal year 2016 to 1,101 in fiscal year 2017. There was a 32% spike in ICE arrests of immigrants with criminal records, but overall, there was a 52% increase in arrests by ICE of immigrants in Michigan and Ohio, from 2,242 to 3,409. The left hates this, by the way. They can't stand watching their potential voting base be deported off to another country, and that's what these illegal immigrants are to the Democratic Party, a voting base that they one day hope to legalize. But they will never get amnesty, but they are still holding out hope. I think it's a very important measure that needs to take place in order to get our immigration system fixed, by just giving non-criminal illegal immigrants full-blown amnesty, just because they have never committed any sort of crimes besides being here illegally isn't good enough. It's in all forms and purposes a fuck you to the immigrants who of course came here the legal and right way. See, this is where the liberals and Democrats really fuck themselves over. They believe it's only the right-wing conservatives who want to fix our very fucked up immigration problems. And that's where they are wrong. Polls show that Americans in the majority want to fix our immigration problem. It's not only the big bad racist conservatives who want to fix it. And I think over time, people will be less and less scared to speak out against illegal immigrants and the boatload of fucking problems that it brings along with it. And calling these same people racist isn't going to help either, because the term racist has lost all meaning at this point. It might still work in the work field and in school in the outside world. If you're called racist at school or something, you might get beaten up or bullied for it. Maybe even fired at this point. But even that is dying out as well. As soon as the paradigm shift sets in place, once this moral panic ends, all these little buzzwords that the left uses will be meaningless. But not only that, the left has created a monster. And by that I mean that since they have used out these words like racist, bigot, homophobe, and whatnot, to the point of stretching these words and terms where people don't even think twice about there actually being someone racist. Like, let's say if a liberal person was debating a actual racist person, the leftist calls this person a racist, and if somehow the debate wasn't recorded, the people in general are going to side with the person who was called racist. Because over the last little while now, people with differing opinions have been called racist. So the people in the general public will see this person being called a racist and not think twice that this person is actually racist. They're going to believe that the left is only calling them that because this person so happens to not agree with anything that the liberal left person has to say. And this is where they really fuck themselves over. But all that being said, illegal immigrants with criminal records or non-criminal records should still be up for deportation. It does not matter if they have criminal records or not. They are here illegally, they broke and violated our immigration laws, and they should and will be held accountable. That is just how the world works. It's not racist, it's not bigoted, it's just the way the world happens to operate. And mind you, other countries in the world don't even have immigration processes. They don't even have these chain migration, catch and release, any other stupid policy that we have enacted over the last decade or two. It is alien to other countries, even Canada. And it's something that we need to truly fix if we want to get back on track as a country. If we truly want to make America great again, we need to deport these people as fast as we can. Criminal immigrants and non-criminal immigrants alike. It's not about racism. It's not about trying to make America white again. It's about trying to make America decent and law-abiding again. Illegal immigration is just that. Illegal immigration. So if these immigrants have little to no respect for all laws, then what makes me think that they will have respect for our culture and our way of doing things here in America? If they can't do the most basic of things, which is come here the legal and right way. then I have absolutely zero confidence that they will follow the ways of our culture and our laws. We have already illegal immigrants within the country already disrespecting the American flag, already not respecting the American way of doing things. We see them protesting out in the streets with their own Mexican flags. Not American flags, but Mexico flags. Does that sound like a people that is generally going to be more patriotic? I don't fucking think so. So no, I have no problem in deporting these people. And like I said, I think we should have ICE officers focus on places and states like Florida and Texas, because that is where the bulk of your illegal immigration is coming from. But that's it for this video. Peace out, guys.